Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about how parents affect their children's personalities and how their childhood experiences then affect their personalities as adults. For this study, we have two subjects, Tom and John. Tom, who has a non-loving and non-supportive family, and John, who has a very loving and supportive family. Tom's parents are divorced and his mother is never home. His father doesn't visit him, and they both don't take the time to talk to him. He's usually alone and isn't given the proper care or supervision. As a result, Tom turns to drugs and alcohol to cope with all of this, and he suffers from depression and anxiety. He also has trouble maintaining relationships, both romantic and platonic. Eventually, Tom gets married and has a life of his own, but unfortunately, he continues to use drugs and alcohol. He can't get over his depression, which costs him his marriage, and he eventually becomes homeless. He tries to get help, but sadly he has trouble making it to meetings and appointments due to his depression. John's parents are very supportive and attentive and loving. They show interest about his day. They are understanding and emotionally available. They care for him and make sure that he's always safe. As a result, John can maintain long-lasting relationships, romantic and platonic. He does not use drugs or alcohol and is emotionally healthy. John marries and has a great relationship with his wife and kids. He makes sure that his children are loved and cared for just like he was. He treats his wife with respect, and he also has a great relationship with his friends. Like I said in the beginning of this presentation, I'm trying to argue that parents do affect their children's personality. Clearly, parental involvement plays a major role, which can affect your future relationships with others. This can all also possibly lead to substance abuse as a coping mechanism, depression, and antisocial tendencies. After administering the Big Five personality test on both John and Tom, it seems that Tom has extremely low conscientiousness and is an introvert, has low agreeableness, and has high neuroticism. John, on the other hand, has higher conscientiousness, is an extrovert, has high agreeableness, and low neuroticism. Tom is more susceptible to depression as opposed to John, who is more likely to have successful relationships. So if you just click on the link, you'll be forwarded to the YouTube video. In conclusion, parents have a huge influence on their children's personality, but it does not necessarily determine the outcome of their life. They have the choice to choose their own outcomes. I would definitely say that John is more of a caregiver in general. And Tom, I would say, is a pessimist. This is what I believe to be their overall roles and personalities, and I think that was their main outcome. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and I hope you learned something new or interesting.